In England, one of these young ladies is known as the Queen Maud. What is your name, please?
My name is Cathy McGowan. My name is Cathy McGowan. My name is Cathy McGowan.
Only one of these young ladies is the real Cathy McGowan. The other two are imposters and will try to fool this panel. Tom Poston, Peggy Cass, Orson Bean, and Kitty Carlisle. On To Tell the Truth with your host, Bud Collyer.
Thank you very much. Thank you, and welcome once again to Tell the Truth. Brought to you this week by Winston Filter Cigarettes. Good evening, panel.
Good evening, Bud.
How are you this evening?
Fine.
Just
bright and shining.
there.
Orson, nice to see you back.
Nice to be back,
Been
old
away
buddy.
too long. How about opening up that envelope and take out your first story, if you will, and follow along as I read from my copy right here. I, Cathy McGowan, star on a British television show called Ready, Steady, Go. As such, I am the arbiter of the current craze in fad-happy England, the mod craze. The authentic female mod teenager uses no lipstick, applies a great deal of eye makeup, and wears straight hair. Mod clothes generally consist of tight sleeves, crepe shirts, ankle-length skirts, white stockings, and granny shoes. Musically speaking, the Beatles and the Dave Clark Five are definitely mod. Although I am no longer a teenager, whatever I do and whatever I say automatically becomes mod law. I am known as the Queen Mod. Signed, Cathy McGowan. Panel, these three young ladies all claim to be Cathy McGowan, Queen Mod in England. I would start this questioning with Orson Bean. Orson?
Thank you. Well, you three ladies look mod to me, for all I know. Number one, Miss McGowan, what does mod mean? What is it short for?
It's short for modernist. That means an extremely dressed person.
I see. Number two, I've seen pictures in the paper of a male mod. I've never seen pictures of a female mod. What does a male mod wear?
They wear exactly like the Beatles were.
Long hair and like that, huh?
Modernistic clothes, yes.
Number three, quickly, what instrument does Ringo play? One, two...
The drums.
You're right, I guess. Number one, is it possible to iron your hair with an iron, like for clothes, like to kneel down by the ironing board and iron your hair?
I don't understand what you're talking
You
about.
know how you iron your clothes with an iron?
Yes,
To get
I
it
know.
straight,
Could
you
you iron
iron
your
it
hair? That's
straight. Kitty?
Number two, who is Sidney Bernstein?
Sidney Bernstein, I'm sorry, I don't know.
Number three, do you know?
No, I don't.
Number one, where do you broadcast from in England?
Kingsway in London.
Number two, what is radio diffusion?
Radio diffusion?
Yes.
I've never heard of that word, I'm sorry.
Thank
Radio
you.
confusion.
Number three, tell me, when you change your clothes, when you change your style, how often do you change it?
Oh, it could be every day.
Every day.
Yes.
Number one, do they follow you every day if you change?
Oh, yes.
Number two, do you affect any kind of cowboy outfit when you change your clothes? Is this part of the mod?
The mod trend, yes.
It is.
I set the trend, they follow it.
And it is, and cowboy clothes are part of it.
No.
Tom Poston.
I'd like to ask number one who Sidney Bernstein is.
I don't know. I've never heard of
I don't either. I was just following up. Number two, do you know who those young Parisians are? What do they call themselves? Young Parisian corresponding to the mods in England.
Well, there's Emmanuel Khan who designs clothes for the mods in Paris.
Oh, there are mods in Paris.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Do you know another name for those mods in Paris, number three?
No, I don't.
I just, I read something about it in Life magazine. I wondered if you were au courant with those things, whatever that means. Number one, who follows your dictums?
Oh, most of the people in England.
Gosh, that's quite a
Peggy Cass.
responsibility.
Number two is Mary Quant's main shop.
Mary Quant's main shop in the West End.
Number three, what's the name of the discotheque on German Street?
I don't know.
Number one, do you know?
There isn't a discotheque on German Street.
And number two, when did you start in television?
I started in television about 6 months ago.
Number 3, who's the girl on the British serial that wears the boots and the black, kind of jazzy clothes?
Still up there.
Number 1, in Woolridge's, who carries the mod clothes in Woolridge's?
I don't know what Woolridge's is.
Number 2, where's the disco, what's the name of the discotheque on German Street?
Is there one? I haven't the foggiest idea.
And that's it. It's time for you now to mark your ballots. So kindly do so strictly mod, if you will, please. Mark them at once, however, without change, no consultation. Simply vote now for number 1, number 2, or number 3. Our team of challengers will be awarded $250 for every incorrect vote indulged in by our panelists. Are all ballots marked, panel? Very well. Tom, for whom did you vote?
I voted for number 1. I think they're all pretty and charming. I'd do anything they told me to. But I thought number 1 was sort of regal in a kind of a beatnik way.
Peggy Cass, which one do you think it is?
Boy, I don't know. But I voted for number 2 because it does seem to me that this girl did just get into television lately, this Cathy McGowan, whichever one you are. I voted for 2. Who said that Mary Quant's shop was in the West End? I hope it wasn't 2.
All right, Orson, which one is your choice?
Number 2 didn't know what radio diffusion is, and what few months I spent in England, that's like when you're in a cheap hotel, that's all you have. It's like a thing on the wall, and providing you're alone, friends. And number 3, even though she knew the name of the lady with the boots and the black thing, whatever there was that described, I didn't vote for her. And number 3 has a kind of a haughty, patrician, aloof grandeur that would want to make you take her home. And so I voted for number 1.
You voted for number 1. All right, that's 2 for number 1, 1 for number 2. And where does your vote fall, Kitty?
I voted for number 1. I think they're all marvelous, but I would follow number 1 if I had to follow the mod fashion. I think she has a kind of je ne sais quoi that I'd follow.
That's the French school that you're getting in there. All right, 3 for number 1. That's close to unanimity. 1 for number 2 only. Let's go with that one into our peculiar charm circle where we learn the truth and nothing but the truth. Learning it now as we find out which of these young ladies actually is Queen Maud of England, and by name Cathy McGowan. So will the real Cathy McGowan please stand up? Thank you very much, Cathy. And you had never heard of ironing your hair?
No, I just wash it and leave it straight.
I met a charming friend of Orson's one evening, and she does literally keep it straight by ironing it on an ironing board. Doesn't she?
It's true.
That's right. She described the whole operation to us one evening. And mod actually means?
A modernist.
Just a moderness, the most modern, is that it? I see.
Yes.
Well, it's wild, that's all I have to say. Number 2, what is your real name and what do you do?
My name is Annette Carswell, and I'm a stewardess for Pan American World Airways.
And number 3, what is your real name and what do you do?
My name is Angela Vernon. I'm a Bonnie at the New York Playboy Club.
Well, ladies, it was good fun, and I hope you had a good time, too. There was only 1 incorrect vote, but that's worth $250 from Winston Phillips Cigarettes. We thank you very much for sharing your evening with us and hope it brightened your life a bit. You did ours. Goodbye, and God bless you. Very well, panel. Rest easy now, and let's all look at this brief film.